Welcome back to Reset Rise Midlife Podcast. I'm your host, Coach Sabrina Woods, and today we are going to dive into two powerful tools that can transform the way you see yourself and the way you experience life. Neuro-Linguistic Programming, or also known as NLP, and emotional intelligence. Now, NLP is the language of the mind. How our thoughts, words, and patterns shape our lives. Emotional intelligence is about becoming aware of our emotions and managing them with grace and learning how to connect with the emotions of others. And when you bring NLP and emotional intelligence together, you get something life-changing. You get awareness, you get language, and you get choice. And those three things are the foundation for creating a new chapter in your life. Now, let me give you a picture to start with. Think of your brain like a GPS. Whatever address you type in, that is where it's going to take you. If you're always typing in, I can't, I'm trying, I'll never change, this always happens to me, then that is exactly where you'll end up. But NLP gives you a way to change the address. It teaches you how to rewire your energy so that instead of repeating the same negative destinations, you're actually headed towards growth, peace, and possibility. And this is where emotional intelligence connects. EQ is the moment of awareness when you pause and say to yourself, why do I keep typing in this same address? What am I actually feeling right now? What do I need in this moment? And together, NLP helps you create the new destination, and EQ helps you stay present and intentional on that road that gets us there. So let's break this down in a simple way. NLP has three main parts. Neuro is your mind and your thoughts. Linguistic is the words you use. And programming is the habits and patterns you repeat every day. And emotional intelligence has four key parts. Self-awareness is where we notice what we're feeling in the moment. Self-management is learning to regulate those emotions instead of letting them take control of us. Social awareness is paying attention to the emotional state of others. 4 is the last and final key component of emotional intelligence is relationship management. And that's using that awareness to communicate and connect in healthier ways. Now, I'm going to be honest. When I first started working on my emotional intelligence, we have to start with self-awareness. We cannot start on relationship management unless we master self-awareness, self-management, and social awareness. That's when we can start building our relationships. But here's the kicker. When you combine NLP and EQ, we create a cycle of growth. Here's how it works. NLP shows you how to change your language, flipping phrases like I'm overwhelmed into I'm learning to take this step by step. Emotional intelligence helps you pause and notice when overwhelm is creeping in so you can stop it before we spiral. It's not about fake positivity. It's about a conscious choice. It's about rewriting the script and living it with awareness. One of my favorite NLP tools is called Catch and Flip. You catch the negative phrase the moment it comes out of our mouth or even in our thoughts. And we flip it into something empowering. For example, Instead of saying, I'm stuck, flip it into, I'm finding a new way forward. Instead of saying, I'll never change, I'm too old, flip it to, I am in the process of changing every single day. But here's where emotional intelligence strengthens that tool. Before you flip, pause and ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's frustration. Maybe it's exhaustion. By naming that emotion, you take back your power. And then when you flip your words, you're not just putting a positive spin on them, you're creating a true emotional state. Another powerful tool is the state shift. NLP teaches us that we can change our emotional state in as little as 90 seconds. The way we move our body, the way we breathe, and the words we speak all create our emotional state. So let's try this right now. I want you to sit a little taller, take a deep breath in, and put your shoulders back and say out loud with energy in your body, I've got this. I am strong and I am capable. Do you feel that difference? That is NLP in action. And the EQ piece is asking yourself, what triggered my old state? What choices will help me stay here? And that's where awareness meets action. Now, I want to guide you through one of my personal incantations. And I want you to not just say this, but embody it. NLP teaches us that when we combine language with emotion and physiology, it sticks. It rewires the nervous system. So wherever you are right now, repeat after me and say it with your whole body. I am stronger than my past. I am greater than my fears. And I am rewriting my story right now. And I want you to say it again, but I want you to say it louder. Feel the words in your chest. Breathe them in. This isn't just a sentence. This is you choosing a new GPS address. This is you deciding who you are becoming. Now, I end every podcast with some thought-provoking questions. So I want to leave you these questions to reflect on. What words have you been programming into your inner GPS this week? How often do you pause long enough to recognize what you're feeling? And what's one phrase you can catch and flip today to change not just your thoughts, but your emotional state and your relationships? Sis, you do not have to be a prisoner of old programming. You don't have to keep repeating the same thought patterns. Or let your emotions run your life. With NLP, you can rewrite the script. And with emotional intelligence, you can live that script with awareness, grace, and power. So today, I challenge you to notice your emotions. Catch your words and flip just one phrase. And if you're ready to go even deeper, if you know that it's time to work on your emotions and your thinking, then I want to personally invite you to subscribe to my Facebook page. My Facebook subscribers get the starting points, practical tools, resources, and guidance that will help you begin this journey with clarity and support. You don't have to do this work below. The link will be below, so click it, subscribe, and walk this path together. I want to thank you so much for joining me on the Reset Rise Midlife Podcast. And always remember, you are stronger than your past. You are greater than your fears. And you are rewriting your story right now.